In this video, we got an ordinary taxi getting all sorts of wrong, visiting defense, and Godzilla doesn't like a prancing horse. Hello everyone and welcome back to Beat the Meta, where you can see I'm in a Ferrari 458 Group 4 car. Yes, it's the Daytona race that we're going to try and beat the meta. So, I noticed this car was okay in a straight line, and in the daily race, or weekly race guide should I say, we did see a Ferrari there as well. So, starting at the back first, we normally start at the back, but I think going forward we may start and try and qualify a little bit beforehand. But let's see how this race goes. First of all, we've also got a McLaren 650S with Niki Lauda, and we'll see how fast that car is a little bit later on. So we advance a bit later on here in the lap. We're on the oval at this point, so not much happened in that first lap so far. Been quite quiet, which is a bit unusual if I'm honest with you, as we head towards the bus stop for the first time of 10. And you can see that McLaren losing out to the GTR as we head into that braking zone, and they just back out of it. I completely back out of it. I do not want to get involved in that in the slightest as we go through here. And yeah, we're still in that train of cars at least, so slipstream galore is available to us as we are slowly catching up to this McLaren 650S. Now I see a different car than the GTR in here. The McLaren 650S struggling even more than this Ferrari. I'm not sure I could beat the meta in that McLaren. Now the goal, if you're new to this video series, is that we take the non-meta or a non-meta car and we try and win the race and beat the meta car. So in this case, it's the Nissan GTR. There's lots of them in this race. And you can see that ahead. Is that McLaren actually going further ahead of me here? But into the braking zone we go, looking to get this stopped. We've got, who's that? Somebody off in the distance there. Wacky Wilson in the GTR off as well. So, hey, 2 positions. We'll take that. And we're going to advance a bit further on in the race then. We catch up to Super George there, the German driver. So yeah, so it's all, the aim of the game is to beat the meta. Now, going into 2023, the announcement for this video, by the way, because there is an announcement, is that we're going to try and win in every single Group 3 car and every single Group 4 car at least once. At least once in 2023. So, if we win this race, it doesn't count because it's not 2023 yet. However, we're going to give it a go anyway as we go on the outside of Super George in towards Turn 1. And you may have noticed that the Ferrari a little bit better at top end. And I started to spot this. I thought, okay, we've got a bit of strategy here then, because if we could stay with the GTRs in the infield and get onto the oval, then maybe we can just overtake them on the straight. That would be the best bet. We can just start overtaking them. Bam, 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 bam. And maybe a win might be on the cards. I don't know why bam, 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 bam would work, but hey, maybe it will. Up ahead, we've got the French driver and Spaniard of Zate there. They're fighting really hard with each other here as they go into the braking zone. Then Zate down the inside of the French driver of Babu, Bobo. I have no idea. La Bubu. They're on the outside now as they head towards the left-hander here. And a little bit of contact there between the two cars. But I'd say that's all racing clean and fair. And now I'm looking to get the inside of the French driver then. It doesn't quite work out here as we head onto this oval. This first race all about just developing a strategy here, trying to get an idea of where the strengths and weaknesses of this car are. Now, definitely, we've already seen it already, the strength of the car is that top end speed. It seems to be able to carry more top end. It has got a 7th gear as well, which is very helpful. But this car, you absolutely rev the nuts out of it. Let's see what happens then in towards the chicane. Then we go. That's all okay as we go through here. Looks like we can carry a bit of speed through here as well, as we carried a lot of speed actually compared to the French driver here. Looking to get past them on the banking. We're on the outside line though, so this is where obviously they have a little bit of an advantage being on that inside line. However, we're just revving the nuts out of the car here, trying to overtake. We've got Super George coming to the mix behind us there. See that in the rear view mirror here. So we're just seeing now what's going to happen. The GTR's just changed gear there. You can see here we're staying in that 6th gear. We're properly going to the limits of the car. It's side-by-side action. Heading towards turn 1 then. In towards that braking zone we go. Release the brakes a little bit here. We go full drift. Oh, the new DK is in town there, folks. Hey-oh, do an overtake with a bit of drifting. How about that, folks? Hope you like that. Enjoy it. I think that deserves a like. If you haven't liked it, you got to like the video now. As we go into this right-hander. We're in P12 then. We are making ground then, which is a good sign. You know, when I do these beat the metas, I'm always like, well, if I don't make ground in the first race, it could be quite hard. But we're behind Red Fox now. Once again, on this oval section here. And we've got a bit of a run again. Now, what we're going to do here, we are going to try and go for the move then. This one, we probably shouldn't do really. We should have just bump drafted him until after the oval. But let's see what happens in towards the break-ins. I'm on the outside here. Not much I can do. Yeah, I'm going to have to back out of that completely as we go through the right-hander. And yeah, we don't carry a lot of speed there at all. That was very slow speed through there, to be honest with you. Right, let's see if we can get another run at Red Fox then, because we've seen earlier on that it has some speed here, you know, and we're in the slipstream here, so we can carry even more speed than normal. Because when it goes to 7th gear and you're not in the slipstream, it struggles, the Ferrari. You've got to be proper at the top end of the res where the power is. As you can see, we're getting closer. Oh, we're staying in 6th gear. We are out of the slipstream though, so that makes sense. Looking to get in to that P11 spot, then in towards the braking zone we go. We kept it on the circuit, which is good. And yes, we've done it. P11. Oh, wait, no. They're coming back at us here. Red Fox. Here we go then. So we have a bit of a race in our hands. Zape's done very well here. Started behind... Did he start behind me or in front of me? I can't even remember now. In towards the braking zone we go then. And we're still on the inside. We should get that done and dusted there. P11. There we go, folks. Happy days indeed. We advanced to the very next lap, was that? I think. I'm not keeping track of laps here. And we get absolutely tapped there by Boo Boo. And I'm very much boo boo for that one. I did flash away there because that wasn't acceptable. You really should have given that position back. We've got a yellow flag here on the end of the banking. What's going on? I can see smoke in the distance. Is that somebody off? Is somebody spinning? I can't see. I can see now. Yeah, someone's going very slow there. In fact, it's Basilaione 666. I think they were actually the leader at one point in this race. Gonna go around the outside, then in towards the braking zone. We get that stopped. So we're back into P11. P10, hey, it's top 10 first race. Would that be really nice? Let's see if we can do this then. Top 10, I would take that for the first race. I really, really, really would. So heading towards the hairpin then. In we go. And we have already overtaken Boo Boo. Oh dear, they've gone rally crossing here. They come back on the circuit. Slight tap there on my rear quarter. However, we are in P10 now. Hey, that's nice, isn't it? Just talking about it and it happens. Happy days. We advanced a bit further on then. We got Basilaione right behind me. And they give me a bit of bump drafting. Thank you very much here. And we're actually going to hit the limiter there, which we didn't really mean to do, to be honest with you. But it's one of those where we were learning the car still. So through the left we go. We should have been in second gear there, not third. Unfortunately, we understeer off. Come back on the circuit, not on the racing line, so that's fine. However, we are about to get a penalty here. Oh, somebody's off there. Oh, Zape's off for some reason on the left-hand side. But we get a track limit penalty there, which is fair enough. We did cut the corner, but we lost time and had dirt on our tyres. So I'm not sure it really should count. But it is technically track limit, so it is what it is. We're still P10, though. So technically, we're still in the top 10 thanks to Zape binning it, or maybe being punted. I'm not too sure here. So we've got Red Fox going for the run on the final lap, then heading towards the line. Is Red Fox going to do this? Remember, the Ferrari's better at the top end. We're seeing that now. We're both in slipstream, heading towards that line then, and we do get the job done. Happy days indeed. P10 first race. We'll take that. That is a good result for the first race. So we've got a chance here. We've beat the meta. Obviously, I'm going to go out and do a little bit of practice here. Get the quality lap in. Except we start P14 there. So we've not really improved at all. We do it with the car that we're doing it with as well. Definitely can get a low 54 in the Ferrari. You just got to put the lap together, to be honest with you. So we're straight into this next race then. What's going to kicking off here? So we're right back behind Boo Boo again. Hopefully we can have a bit of a cleaner race with Boo Boo this time, because yeah, I wasn't too happy with the previous one. So we continue on out. Although again, turn 1 very clean now, which is nice to see as we head into turn 2. Any issues here? It doesn't look at a slight tap there between the Shaolin Monkey and Boo Boo. But nothing major. So I make a decision to try and go behind the Brit here, just because of what happened in the previous race with Boo Boo. Try and get a bit of bump drafting going here through the left. I have to lift here because Boo Boo is on that outside. I do not want to send them to Narnia here as we go into this right-hander. And yeah, Boo Boo's going to get that done. So we should have followed Boo Boo there, I think. We really should have. There's actually NASCAR livery on the Brit's car there. It's got a big 24 on the left and, well, on the right-hand side of the car. But it's on my left-hand side. Let's go through that left-hander then. So we're still P14. Nothing's really changed here as we head on to lap 2 then. In towards the braking zone we go. It's still all nice and calm here as we go through the left-hander. Boo Boo's gone a bit wide there. So once again, these two are going to be side by side as we head towards the hairpin. And we are looking to make moves here. We're still 5 seconds off the lead, so we've not like lost a ton of time here. Into the braking zone we go. And this time, I'm going to decide to follow Boo Boo rather than the Brit here, because we did the Brit last time and it didn't work out. Let's follow the French driver. Let's see if this can work out. There's a bit of bump drafting again. I'm on the outside, which is a little bit scary on this left-hander, I must admit. But yeah, we're very close to the grass there. But we managed to survive, and into the braking zone we go. Got Zape behind us looking to take every opportunity possible. However, I have a very wide Ferrari, which I'm sticking in the middle of the road here because I have no idea where to go either, mate. I have absolutely no idea where to go as we go into this left-hander. They're still side by side. It's a good race that we're witnessing here. Very good race indeed as we head on to the oval. And Boo Boo's going to look to try and get back into line, the NASCAR style, get in that slipstream. And off we go again with the bump draft in here because we don't want to lose too much time. It's 6 seconds now to the leader. And as you see, that's Basilone, who we were racing in the previous race after their incident. No idea what happened there, but we continue on. Fast forwarding. This is actual speed, if you didn't know. If you're watching this in times 2, then my word, it'll look pretty insane. We're going warp drive speed. Anyway, in towards braking zone we go. We've got no ordinary taxi. That used to be fake taxi, if I remember correctly. But in here we go. We got on the inside of Boo Boo then. And have we got this done this time? No, it's still side-by-side action. We've lost 3/10 on the leaders compared to the previous lap. In towards the braking zone we go. And it's still status quo. And this time, Boo Boo gives me room. So obviously it was a mistake earlier on. I think you should have given the position back in the previous race. But, you know, fair play for, you know, correcting your mistake there and actually racing very clean. So yeah, shout out to you for that one. It's good to see. Unfortunately, that's not good to see. You just headed off to the realms. What are you doing over there? So it's just accidentally drift back on there. It gives me a bit of breathing room behind. But we have made one place finally in this race. 3 laps in. Now starting lap number 4. In towards the braking zone we go. We're trying around the outside. Oops, somebody's off there. Who's that? That's Fun Racing off. So we gain a position, and then I think we're about to lose a position to Zape there. Fully committed to the opportunistic driving there is Zape, and up into P12. There you go. Back down to P13 for me, which I was hoping to be P12 at this point, but I'm not. And we need help. Oh, we've got a yellow flag. What's kicking off here then? What's happening in the distance? Oh, there's somebody off there. I can just see them in the distance. As we're going to go into this left-hander, it's D easy. It looks a bit D hard at the moment as you go off again and enter the shadow realm there and meet a defense. We're going to go with defense today because I got accused of using all of Super GT's sayings, but they're such good sayings. That's why I use them. Anyway, we continue on here. Zape with a penalty up ahead, so hopefully we can overtake Zape and get into P11. Start making some ground in this race as we're 7.5 seconds behind the leader now. So I don't think a win is on in this one. As we look to go round the outside of Zape, up into P11, in towards the braking zone we go. Zape absolutely sent it on the inside there. Actually scared me a little bit, but you know, they made it work. They did make it work. Fair play to Zape with that move. That's a good effort there. Really good effort. Nice racing with Zape, actually. Zape was really clean driving throughout there. Oh, who's that? We've got somebody off in the middle of the bus stop here. They come back on. They're all over the place. They're losing their way right now. Somebody to parry. Oh, that's a second person into... Oh, sorry, defense. They're in defense. Oh, my word. Well, anyway, we're up into P9. Oh, Zape's got a penalty. That's a 1 second penalty. Well, you can read. It is a 1 second penalty. But hey, that means we could be in P8 then. And we'll have a look in the distance. What else is happening here? So we go towards the right-hand side. Oh, somebody else with a penalty. That's Peel Speed with a penalty. We're going to be into P7. Hey, this race is going well. We've got P10 last race. It's P7 so far. Can we get any more? Is anybody... Oh, there is somebody off in the distance. Who's that? I can't even see that. That's Mig Knight there off. So, okay, we're in the cursed position. Now, this is Steve's position, obviously. But we do have Zape behind us once again. As I say, we've been having some fantastic racing with Zape. So, we'll see what happens here then. As we head off the banking onto this straight. So Zape going to go for the move here down the inside then. Gets cleanly alongside. So we just back out of this completely. As we go into the left and then the right. Just try and get the run out of the chicane. Rather than risk it going into it. So you can see here. And remember the tactics. We've got the better top end over the GTR. So maybe we can get past on the straight. What we're going to do here then. What we're going to do. Let's find out. I am going to try the move then. I'm going to go around the outside. Or at least try to, because I do want that P6 position. You know, if I'm cursed, let's just take the curse. As you can... Well, you heard the gear change out of GTR, and you can see the Ferrari just keeps progressing there because it's in the top end of its rev range here. The power band as we head in towards turn 1. It looks like somebody got a penalty ahead. Tommy Kuhn there. Zape down the inside here. Now, if I bump drafted Zape, we would actually caught up to Tommy Kuhn there, but I didn't... Well, he was far away, but had a penalty, so we didn't know at the time, did we? Anyway, we're having another run on Zape, and Tommy Coon's a bit too far ahead at this point, so I was like, okay, we've had a bigger run on Zape this time. We should be clean on by. And we are indeed, and you can see we're actually catching Tommy Coon anyway, so that's down to 1.5 seconds, still coming down there. A 155.0 there. Now, we can get 154s in the race in the Ferrari. We do need a bit of slipstream help, obviously, but you do in the GTR as well. Let's go through that left-hander. And once again, lap number 10. Zape coming at me at the bus stop chicane. What's Zape going to do then as we head there? Once again, they're alongside here, so I have to back out of this. I have to go for the run on the exit. What can we do? I'm going to absolutely put my foot down here and hope for the best. Unfortunately, we cut it just that teeny tiny bit too much there, and it's not going to work out for us, unfortunately, and we get that penalty. Rightly so, we did cut the track. We did gain an advantage. That is fair dues. That penalty, absolutely fair dues. So, yeah, we're going to finish in P7 then, hopefully. Oh, Tommy Coon had a penalty as well. Oh, we definitely could have finished P6 here. But, hey, P7, as I said, you know, finishing P7 is a good positive. We finished P10 in the previous race. It's now P7 in this one. So, we need to go to race number 3 then. Are we going to do it? I mean, we normally only do 3 races if we're doing Daily Race C Beat the Meta. Let's see what happens in this one then. We're starting P14 again, so of the times. We didn't improve in the interim there. So a couple of new drivers there. We've got DJ Olive. DJ Olive in the mix. It reminds me of DJ Cammy for some reason, if you remember that. Do you celebrate the summer, drive me to the sea, body, body, body. I can't remember the rest of the song. Anyway, go YouTube that later on. It's got a bit of profanity in, so just be careful. We did make a position there on Marquina, and Fun Racing is off again. That's the second or third time we've seen them off. So up into P12, 2 positions gained in the first lap. We take those. They're big positives. As we then head into the braking zone, down inside of DJ Olive. So we get on the inside then. Are we going to make this work? A lot of grouping of cars here. We're only 5 seconds off the lead, which is good. Means everyone's fighting. Means we're in with a shot. Towards the braking zone then. Still side by side with DJ Olive. Look at this. Beautiful racing there, Olive. Beautiful, beautiful racing indeed. And the initial acceleration of the GTR is a little bit better than the Ferrari. But I'm trying my best to keep there, and I can't. So I pull back in then. And of course, we don't want to lose out on the positions here. And Zape, it wasn't alongside this time. Notice that Zape wasn't alongside, so didn't go for the move. Honestly, Zape was beautiful to race. Absolutely beautiful. We leave that corner then, and we did see a couple of people cut it there. So who cut it here? We've got Giacomini, 0.5, and we've got the French driver also with a 0.5. I had nowhere to go here, so I went on the very top of the banking, which was a mistake, because Giacomini got a bump draft there from Zape. Zape racing super duper smart here. And yeah, we're going to lose it out. I'm looking to come back across. However, there is somebody there on my inside, which I spotted at the last second, so apologies to Marquina. I didn't hit you, but yeah, I wasn't aware you were there. And they make a beautiful move as well, so we don't actually gain too... Oh, they got the braking wrong and sent me to the realms there. We managed to come back on, though, but in a bad way, actually. I do apologise for that, Giacomini. That is actually my fault there. I'm looking at it now, and I looked at it in the edit as well. I was like, oh, yeah, I really should have apologised. I didn't apologise at the time, because I just thought it was a part of the incident, but now it's just a bad return to track. I do apologise. We're going to leave that corner then. And what's going on here? Oh, we've got Derber off there. Marquina going down here. 3 wide through it. Don't do that. Oh, my God, that was scary. Oh, my God, that's getting a bit tight. I apologise for the funny noises. You know, I did race this, apparently, but I still can never remember what the heck happened in it as I edit the video. So we're into P11 now. So we haven't gained a place or two as we head in towards the break. Oh, that was close as we go into here then. Oh! Absolutely punted off wide. Oh, right, okay. I remember this race now. I'll just forget this race then. Let's head towards the end, where we did have this run, actually. So we're in P12. A couple people made mistakes here. Peel Speed and AJ. AJ was the one who caused the incident, actually. We had this run towards the line. And did we actually get P12 in the end? That was very close. We did indeed there. So we did get that result in the end. Very close between Peel Speed and AJ. Right, as I said, we normally do 3 races for Beat the Meta, but I wasn't very happy with that after being punted. So I figured we could actually do very well here. I think we can win this race. We definitely need it at the end of the race to be, you know, there or thereabouts. And I think we're in with a shot. Into its braking zone we go, where Reiko at the... so this is lap number 2. We've gone straight into the action here. Makes a beautiful move down the inside. Now, at the time, I was a bit unhappy with that. But looking at it now, it was actually a really good move. Really, really good move, actually. Because there was contact there, but it was only a bit of rubbing. So, you know, fair play to you. As we come through here then, again, a little bit of rubbing, nothing major here. And I do this really weird Moses maneuver. I don't even know how I managed to achieve this. But I managed to go around the outside of Reiko, but on the inside of Wacky Wilson. And we get 2 spots there. An unbelievable overtake here. Let's advance a bit further on then. Let's get into the thick of the action here. P8 after a lot of penalties and craziness there. As we continue on in to this left. Oh, there we go. Somebody's gone. What's going on there? And then in towards this right-hander. And, oh, we've gained another spot. Yes, we have indeed. We're up into P6. Look at this race. It's flying by here. Absolutely flying by. Oh, we've got more penalties here as well. We've got Midnight and who's that? Fun Racing. Fun Racing here everywhere today. We're going to go down the inside of these two then. That's P5. And then that's going to be P4. P4 for us. Oh, my word. This is going amazingly well. I'm loving this race so far. As we carry on through there. And, yeah, we're looking to catch up to P3 here then. This is lap number 5. Through we go. And, yeah, we're looking good. Although Midnight just gets on the inside there. That was kind of awkward. I was hoping we could bump draft here towards Werner. But they get on the inside here, so they're wanting to take the lead position. I was just sticking to my line here, the middle of the road on the old banking as we come through here then. And, yeah, look at this. Who's going to get this? Well, I'm going to have to give this up, aren't I, actually, with Midnight on the inside here. So we're going to back out of this. Let's say I was hoping we could catch up to the South African, but maybe Midnight thinks they can do that without the help of the Ferrari as we go through there. Now, let's see what happens. I'm going to bump draft because I want to get closer, and we advance further on where we are closer. So, obviously, that strategy works. In fact, Midnight going down the inside for that move. Do they get it done? They do indeed. I'm looking to follow suit. Does it work? Oh, not quite. It's very close, though. As we head towards the left-hander then, we're going to be on the outside. We can't do it around the outside. Slight tap there from GotX there. However, if we do have a look in that rear view mirror right now, you can see they're apologizing there with the hazards. No worries, mate. Thank you so much. And we actually be looking at GotX a little bit later on as well. So we're looking on P3 now with Midnight in towards the braking zone. We got, look how close we are to the leaders. So at this point, I saw this, right? And they went wide down for excellent, right? We're catching the leaders. Let's work together as a team now. We're only 2 seconds off the leaders. 3 laps to go. We can be in the fight for the victory. This is pure strategy. Unfortunately, Gotex makes a bit of a mistake there with the dive down the inside. I wasn't too happy with that at all, really. Even though there's space on the outside, it was a bit too much of a dive, in my opinion. I do flash them here. And all credit to you. You didn't have to do this. I was just flashing because I was a bit frustrated. You gained a position back. I mean, that's really good sportsmanship. I think you could have done that and not lost as much, but, you know, fair play to you. Really cracking sportsmanship there from Gotex. So a big shout out for you. As you see, we're still 2.2 seconds off the leaders. Imagine if that didn't happen, we'd have been closer. In fact, we are closer now. 1.8 seconds. With 2 laps to go, 2 and a bit laps to go. I was thinking, excellent, push me. But they both go to the outside. The Ferrari has the better top-end speed. You should have pushed me here. We would have caught up to them. Oh, dear. But they're helping each other, so it's not overly crazy in terms of the strategy. I was thinking, okay, I'll follow you through the lap. Hopefully we can catch up to P2 and P1 here. In towards the braking zone we go. And they both go deep. I'm thinking, oh my word, are you having a laugh? Now there was room on the outside there, but that was just a bit of confusion as sort of Gotex got the inside of Midnight there, and then I was on the inside again. So it went from being 2 wide to 3 wide there. So that is my mistake. Turn it into the back of Gotex here. So I'm then going to go on the inside of that, as that doesn't involve me. And we continue on out. So we're in a fight here for P4 at the moment. Let's see what we can do. Through the left-hander we go. And in towards the braking zone of... Oh, wow, we just sent that suddenly out of nowhere. We made the apex, so it works. But we also want to get on the back of Midnight here. And, yeah, we don't want to lose out. So we do get on the back of them in the end. We have a huge run here. Look at the overspeed there between the 2 cars. So we're going to head in towards the braking zone then. Do we get it stopped? We do indeed. Oh, that was tight. Oh, my word. That was very tight. We do get it stopped, though, in P3. Happy days. I'll take a podium. I will call that victory if we can beat the meta then. So in towards the braking zone we go. Leaders there. And, oh, no, Midnight, what are you doing? Oh, dear me. I got punted there into that right-hander. And then we end up on the inside. Oh, dear. And a penalty! A penalty! What? We're going 2 miles an hour on the inside of the circuit. We get a penalty? mental. Thank you, Gran Turismo. That is a bit ridiculous. Yes, track limits, but oh my word. So we finished P7 in the end. Now, I don't normally do a 5th race, as I say, not for race scene. I wasn't happy with that. I know we can get a podium. I think a podium is a success here. So we started P11 this time. A few slower people behind us, which is nice. And there is our Ferrari in that beautiful livery. I can't remember who made it. I want to say it's Sonic, but don't quote me on that. Thank you to whoever made it, with lots of TCR liveries, of course. And do keep an eye out for those on the website as well. Easiest to get. Now, we start the race with Wacky Wilson forgetting to accelerate, it looks like. Or maybe missing a gear or something. I'm not too sure. So we end up in P10 before even turn 1 begins. Happy days. I'm thinking, excellent. Here we go. Now's our chance. Hopefully no chaos as we head into it. I say no chaos. Oh! That's a big maneuver on Mario Sonic there by Ali. Gotex was off there as well. We know how clean Gotex races. Go defensive. Beautiful defensive move then in towards this right-hander. But that was a clean takeout, my word. Now, obviously, they got the braking wrong and they had the weight transfer and it all just went solidly wrong there. And they do apologize as well. In fact, there they go. Ali does say, I'm sorry there. You know, mistakes happen. You apologize. You move on with it. It's quite clearly mistakes. I mean, it's an amazing takeout. Absolutely amazing. Right, let's head on with this race. And we got Fergs there with a 1-second penalty. Red Fox also with a penalty there. We're up into P5 here. This race looking pretty good then. Wacky Wilson goes to the outside. And as we head in towards this braking zone, I'm just going to get this slightly wrong here. And Wacky Wilson takes full advantage of this. It's a beautiful move down the inside. Fair play to Wacky Wilson there. So we drop down into that cursed position. However, they get a penalty at the bus stop chicane. So we're going to take that back. And there we go. In fact, somebody else got a penalty there. Who's that? Oh, Werner's got a penalty here. Werner has a penalty. That puts us in the fight for what? P3, P2 even, maybe? Looking in the distance, it does put us in the fight for P2. Oh, Werner's sideways. Catches it. Beautiful move. Oh, we're going to try around the outside, are we? My word, here we go then. And, oh, we're getting it done straight off the bat. Hey, that's a nice move if I do say so myself. Anyway, in towards the braking zone we go. And, yeah, we've got a fight for P2 coming up then. And a big train of cars behind me who start to disappear in my rear view. Makina with a penalty then. Cutting that bus stop. Very bad. So they've got a penalty, which puts us into P3. Or will do when they actually take the penalty in one moment. A good sportsmanship there from Marquino as well. Moving off the racing line. Fair play to you. So we're in P3 at the moment. We're just in that slipstream of Peel Speed. And we eventually catch up to them here. And I'm thinking, okay, we could catch P1 here. We've got 3 laps to go. It's only 3 seconds. A bit of bump drafting here. A bit of working together. We've got this in the bag. So let's start this bump drafting. Let's properly start, bringing this gap down to 3.6 seconds now. That gap is coming down very quickly. Into the braking zone. Peel Speed breaking a little bit early there for my liking. Only because I want to go quicker and catch the leader. But we leave that corner still 3.6 seconds behind the leader then. As we head towards the right-hander. And again, I just wanted to stay behind. I don't want to force any issues here. I want to get to P1. My goal is to get P1 here. We leave that corner and they just get it wrong there and they short shift to just let me go there. So we do lose a lot of time there, 4 seconds. It did go up to 4.5 and we brought it back down to 4 there because the Ferrari is quite good at the end of a race. However, it's going to be P2. However, I call that a success for now. We could do better, and I think going forward, when we do beat the meta, I'm going to push that a little bit harder. I'm going to work on it in the week and then go for the races to properly be ahead of the game for the races when I film them and do the beat the meta videos. They are going to be each week, and there could be multiple in a week because we're going to do all the Group 3 and Group 4 cars. But that is going to be it for this video, folks. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. Do give it a like on the way up. Subscribe to the channel to stay in touch with all the content coming in 2023. And once again, a big thank you. And if you're watching this in the new year, Happy New Year to you. I hope 2023 brings you all the success you actually want. I'll say, folks, that's it for me. Au revoir, farewell, and goodbye.